Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the Unexpected Podcast. And today we have one of the winners of Beast Games as our first guest. Gage, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, my name is Gage.
Actually, before we do that, this is called the Unexpected Podcast, and it's called the Unexpected for a reason. That's because we don't do it in a studio.
Well, this is unexpected. Psych. There is no podcast. Oh, man. Okay.
So funny story for you.
Uh-huh.
You're a millionaire now. So,
Right.
well, you were.
Yeah.
Because Jimmy went ahead and wired me the money.
Okay.
And
Oh, that was so nice of him.
yeah. And, this was only $350,000.
Sure.
So now what's that bring you down to? Do some quick math.
Yeah.
Like $650?
Sure.
You still got $650,
Okay.
but you have this.
You know what?
Didn't you always want a yellow Lambo?
I did, actually. Thank you so much for taking the initiative.
All right.
All right.
Actually, I'm joking. Yeah, what's happening is we wanted to give you that millionaire experience since you're now on. So let's go for a ride.
Let's go. Dude. Amazing.
It's low to the ground. It's like
Yeah,
a go-kart. This is the first time in the supercar?
Yeah, first time. I'm honored. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't feel like I'm worthy of this, to be honest. This
Yeah,
is so cool.
it definitely is. It does scream, look at me. We wanted to give you the supercar experience, the millionaire experience. Like, would you buy a Lamborghini?
No, I would never buy
Would you
one.
spend 35% of your earnings, your total winnings on a car?
No.
It seems pretty
No,
idiotic.
it seems, yeah. I think, in all honesty, I've been thinking about getting like a classic kind of like truck.
Yeah.
Like a Chevy. It would be really cool. If I had, enough to be able to splurge
Right.
on top of what I already have, but what I already had was nothing.
Right.
So, yeah, I feel like that would be a poor financial decision for sure. So I really appreciate the experience. This is great. This is gonna quench my thirst.
Okay,
for
cool.
sure. We're not near any train tracks, are we?
No, if we are, oh God, I
Just kidding.
gotta lift up this front end.
Beast games. Reference. Beast games.
Oh, gotcha.
Get run over by a train. That'd be
Yeah,
kind of cool.
yeah.
You're like, how do we? The
likes-
seatbelt doesn't unlock.
Jimmy loves a trolley problem.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. I was like, who doesn't like a good trolley problem?
Oh God.
Have you had any trolley problems lately?
Not really. It's everything's been very low key.
Will
I haven't
you
had too
have
many
one, maybe?
difficult decisions.
Soon?
I mean, life is full of everyday
Life is
decisions.
full of trolley
Yeah,
problems.
life is full of trolley problems, depending on the, I guess, significance of them. I mean, yeah. What are you gonna have for lunch? What do you eat? Like,
Hold on, isn't a trolley problem, somewhat, don't quote me on this, but I think it's would you save one person you love or know, or your family or a friend?
Right.
Or many other people?
definitionally, is a trolley problem just like the choice between saving someone versus saving many, or like like a singular person that has like significance to you, like emotionally, versus like in terms of like just general humanity in and of itself?
Yeah, I just think it's like one to many. Like, are you choosing many that you don't know, or one or a few that you do?
Yeah, luckily at the moment, no. I'm not having to make any life or death decisions. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Did you have PE?
I did.
Like like PE tests, where the presidential award, you had to like do a certain amount of push-ups and crunches to get an award signed by the president.
Wow.
This was like a thing.
No, I didn't. I mean, also in high school, I did tennis. So I never took like a PE actual class. I just got credits because I did the sport.
Right.
Sport.
Okay.
But I remember in elementary school,
You still play tennis?
Every now and again, I do. Every now and again. I want to get back into it. Some of my friends, I mean, all of my friends now are getting into pickleball. So it's
we can go play some pickleball.
Ooh,
that actually sounds fun.
that would be fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
There's paddle tennis, which is similar to pickleball,
Yeah.
right in Venice Beach. So we could go there sometime,
Yeah.
but also go to pickleball. I bought a pickleball racket,
Okay.
but it might have gotten burned in the fire, actually.
Oh.
So I might not have a racket. But you can rent some or buy some more.
I have some.
Oh, okay.
I have some extra for you.
Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like even mentioning pickleball as a real tennis player, it's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah. It's like
sacrilegious. Yeah. Got it.
good catch.
I got it.
Oh God. Oh my God. Okay.
Hey,
That
we're ready.
That was awesome.
that was unexpected.
That was unexpected. Oh man.
But we're
I
ready.
hope that we definitely got that.
We're
Here,
ready.
push it back a
Yeah.
little bit. Like I think it was like that. It's
Right.
such a wide lens.
Okay.
Okay. We'll just have to. Oops. He's got a good reaction.
Those are those tennis reflexes.
Jesus. All right. Did this come out?
I think so. That's cool. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Lambo's known for his
Yeah.
cup holders. All right. Like for 300K, you get a nice
You
cup
can
holder.
get a cup
I don't
holder.
think there's much that's going to hold, though. That's the thing.
Right.
Do you, like, that's the question. Do you believe in ghosts?
I believe in the possibility of things existing outside of our understanding, for sure.
100%.
So I do not discount the ghosts being real, for sure, whatever that means. I
Okay.
mean, do I believe in the sense that they're spirits, like our spirits that have passed on and then are still like lingering around here in some
Right.
other worldly form?
Yeah.
Who knows? I do believe, man, the world is getting so crazy, and our understanding of
Dude, it's like ghosts and
reality
aliens
itself. Yeah, I
or
know,
like,
right? Like-
alien exposures happening, and then
Sure.
then it's like, well, if that, maybe
Yeah.
there's ghosts too.
Why not?
And maybe the ghosts, people are like, some people are like, they
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
like that there's the demon theory, there's that ghost, like there's
Yep.
like, there's all kinds of different
the
theories. as well.
interdimensional, like they're
Interdimensional beings traveling time. They're us in the
Yeah,
future
right.
traveling back.
Oh yeah,
So I'm like, holy shit, that's crazy.
and then the whole simulation thing.
Yes.
Just
Yeah, the simulation
insane.
in 2025 has been wild so far. I can just
right? I mean, yeah, the experience that I just went through, going through Beast Games and doing as well as I did, that seemed like an impossibility.
like whoever's driving your guy, your controller.
Yeah.
Whoever's controlling you is
They're
like
doing- they're
they
doing
they
great.
like got a good night's sleep. They're doing good.
They're
leveling
great.
up.
They are leveling up. So,
Or they have a cheat code.
Yeah.
Back down, up, A, B, B.
oh my gosh, that's
Or-
honest. Sometimes it felt like that, man. It felt like I was going through on easy mode.
Yeah.
Somehow,
Ooh.
I kept going. I kept making it.
Yeah.
So
Like, did you feel worthy of it? Like, did you feel like, how did I get through, or was it fate, or what was your theory there?
it was a lot of fate. I feel it was a lot of luck. I mean, I think my parents were praying for me the
Yeah.
whole time. There were a lot of interesting correlations that happened, signs, so to speak. I mean, I don't know if you want to get
No,
into it, but
let's hear.
there was one instance where, and it came to mind right away, but during the monster trucks, I was given a Bible cover by my grandma, and she was very, very spiritual, and on the cover it had a verse from Isaiah, and the verse has, to sum it up, it kind of stated that you will make it through any hardship, and everyone else that is going to, or anyone that's going to go against you, or people that may seem more equipped, stronger, they're going to fall. and you were going to continue. Excuse me. And no joke, that's literally what happened with the Monster Truck Challenge. I mean, on our team, we were definitely the underdogs.
Right.
And someone fell on the other team, and they were much more equipped. And that just kept playing in my mind over and over and over again. And that even played in my mind before the challenge. Mm-hmm. Like 4 or 5 days when we got on the island. That was just kept repeating in my mind. So when it got to the time of actually doing the challenge, it was like I already kind of felt like we were going to win. So I felt.
Did you feel supported by someone or something?
Oh yeah.
Are you religious?
For sure. I am.
Okay. So Christian?
I am Christian.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
So I definitely believe that, it's hard for me to understand, why things happen, and I do believe in a higher power, and I do believe that no matter what, we are going to be I'm going to be okay. I just have faith in that.
Right.
But it's hard for me to comprehend sometimes other people that have the same desires, they have the same so to speak, they have the same right to be successful. And that kind of played in my mind as well. It's what gives me the right to go through rather than them? And, how's my relationship with God versus theirs? It's just, it was very interesting and very thought-provoking as I was going through the experience.
What was your biggest takeaway with that specific point? All right, I'm making it.
Yeah.
Why me?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a hard one to
answer. And I still don't know.
Right.
I don't think we only have so much control. And we can do. I could only do my best and let everything else just kind of fall into place. So. If I think about it too much, I become way too self-conscious.
Right.
and then it's the whole fight, flight, or freeze response. And
sometimes the overthinking. And
yes.
It's all right, what's my purpose in life?
Right.
I can get caught up in the whole theory there and just spin my wheels too much.
Yep.
Or I can just chase something that feels like my purpose, right? Do something,
right? Take
action,
yep.
And then do things that excite me, like this, right?
Yeah.
All right. So grateful to be able to do that, and this is my purpose for the time being, right?
Yep.
That could change in a few years,
right?
Whenever. I've had many purposes,
yep.
But I don't know if I will get one solid answer that's there's your purpose.
Yeah.
Is to do X, right?
Yeah.
I think you find out along the way and follow that. You'll feel it in your gut, your heart, your gut, whatever, whether you're religious or not.
Yep. I think things that captivate you bring you meaning, and just continually pursuing those things that bring joy.
What's
joy to your life?
What's giving you purpose, and what's your are you getting a new meaning or new purpose after this whole experience?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think my new purpose is not being stagnant, I think, and continually pushing myself to get outside of my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I'm a very reserved person. I don't know if you could tell from the show, but
you're the silent sleeper, right?
That was
you wouldn't have expected, especially with the on-screen time. It's it's minimal, and you're a sleeper, right?
Yeah, for sure. No, it was hilarious. I think how Jimmy cut to me like sitting on all alone on the bleachers, and the quiet. Some of us are. I don't even know. I forget what he said. It was like the quiet one, and it cuts like, to me. I'm like,
he didn't exactly say your name, but he did. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I mean it cut to me. I thought that was great because I mean, for the most part, it was true. I mean, I don't like to, be loud. I don't like to be confrontational.
Right.
But I think this really allowed me to be okay with, speaking my mind,
Right.
and being comfortable and confident. It definitely instilled more confidence in me and like
the
what
camera.
I have.
Can you grab it?
Yeah.
A little bit. There you go. It's just these turns. There's
yeah.
not much.
Oh, was it moving?
It just tilted a tiny bit. It's all good. No, but keep going.
Yeah, I mean, it instilled a lot more.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
You're the camera mount.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
This is like Tokyo Drift Central.
This is cool.
Where are we?
I have no clue. You're supposed to know, Mitch.
I have no idea. I'm just following the GPS, man. We're somewhere in some hills.
Dang. Oh, okay. This is, well, hey. Did you pick this route specific? Or?
No.
Okay.
I just was like, what's the fastest route?
Oh, cool. All right.
From where we were.
Yeah.
We were on the other side of the hills, I think. So I think we're going.
The shortcut cutting through?
I'm
This
guessing.
is great. I love it.
It's cool. What were you saying? Purpose?
Yeah, I mean, I think being able to just not be afraid. Not be afraid.
Were you afraid
to do
before?
Things. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I was very. Like I was saying, I'm very like. I'm too self-conscious sometimes to the point where I will have the freeze response, and I just won't make moves, and that's prevented me from doing a lot of things in my life. And
Well, you made some great moves, man, on the thing, and on the show, and I have no doubt there's many more moves to come.
Yeah.
And so
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's cool. It definitely feels like it's shaking you up from. It's definitely taking you out of your comfort zone for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I really appreciated like everything, and just even getting on the show was insane because I was randomly looking on Instagram, and
this is okay. So tell me, how did you get on the show?
So I was my parents every year go up to Big Bear, and I was going with them, and I forget what I was getting, but they forgot something or I forgot something back at home, which is about an hour and a half drive. So I drove back down the mountain, and as I was at home, I'm on Instagram about to go back up, and I see an ad for Mystic Art Productions is
the production company.
the production company behind it is trying to find people, recruit people, and I'm like, you know what? Why not? Why the heck not?
Yeah.
So I've kind of felt like I was in a place where if I was to get picked up, I would take the chance.
Right.
And
so you just turned it over almost to fate, right? Like I'm gonna apply. It popped up, so I'm gonna take this opportunity. But if I don't get it, I don't get it. I'm not gonna sweat it.
Yep.
Okay.
And I applied. They told me to put submit a 1 minute long video. So my OCD brain was like, okay, you have to make this exactly 1 minute. So I think it took 11 takes to get it exactly 1 minute.
They might have, who knows? They might have run a filter, and if at 101, you're out.
Right, that's what I was thinking too. So you never know. I did see other audition videos that were submitted, and they were longer and shorter. So I was like, okay, but I made it. It's exactly 1 minute.
Yeah.
And I got my guitar out, and I wrote a little song, and talked about my experience wanting to be a firefighter and everything. And I do a cheesy thumbs up at the end.
Right.
And then I submit that, submit the little questionnaire that they had.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, cool. And I go back to doing whatever I was doing before. I was going to head back up to the mountains, and my phone rings, and it's from an LA number. And I'm like,
producer.
I'm like, this can't be.
Yeah, casting producer or something.
It's like,
yeah.
This can't be.
Yep.
This can't be it. And I'm like, hello? And they're like, oh yeah, this is Mr. Up Productions, blah, 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 we want you on Beast Games. And I'm like, okay, when are you going to ask me for my social and my debit card information? Because I thought it was a scam.
Oh.
And they're like, no, this is legit. We're casting really, really quickly. And I'm like, okay. They asked for my passport, and of course my passport I couldn't find for like 10 minutes. I had to go search through like the bottom of my dresser and finally found it as I was on the phone. And yeah, that was it. And then they sent me out to Vegas 2 weeks later.
Awesome.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really crazy. So that in and of itself, just kind of the streamlined ease of how everything happened for me. It felt like it was meant to be.
Right.
So, I don't know.
And then things started falling into place after that. I mean,
definitely.
Just there's a lot of moments where, you know, you're crushing it on there. Easily could have gone the other way.
Oh, for sure.
What were some of the moments where you
holding on by a thread?
Where you thought, this is it. I'm not gonna be crushing it anymore. I'm gonna be going home.
The first instance of that was I'll go all the way back to Vegas when we were in Allegiant Stadium.
So episode 1.
Pre-episode 1. This is episode 0
okay.
on his YouTube channel.
Yep. And
I was in a group. So they brought us into the stadium in four groups, A, B, C, and D. And I was Group B. And somehow all of us, we had to split up for the first challenge with the boulders, lifting up those 10,000-pound boulders.
Mm-hmm.
We had to split into 5 groups, and everyone that was on Team B just kind of happened to want to choose yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get yellow. It was actually it was complete chaos. People were shoving and throwing jerseys. People were throwing jerseys at people and the other teams, I forget, I think it was pink, orange, green. They all were strong teams, and kind of the people that were a little bit more reserved, they were kind of pushed out to get onto red team, which is if you're facing the boulders on the very left. And I almost got pushed out to go on red, but I stuck it out, and I got a yellow jersey. And the way in which that whole challenge went, we almost lost. We weren't even able to pull it up all the way.
It's just like a 10,000-pound
boulder, yeah.
That you get a long line, and it's different teams competing and pulling it, right?
Yep.
And I mean, so you thought your team not as strong, or?
Yeah, we weren't as strong. We weren't. We had everyone had different strategies. We thought we were gonna do a whole heave ho,
some Squid Game stuff.
Overhand.
Yeah. Everyone's seen Squid Game, so they're like, all right, that's what I want on 3, pull.
Right, yeah. That's what we're gonna do. It turns out all you had to do really is hold on and then just run back.
Right.
And everyone started to do that, and then we were the last ones to kind of figure it out. So we barely got it up.
Episode 0, you almost
lost the first round.
Wow.
First game.
That's when there were 2,000 people competing for 1,000, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That was the first instance. And there were, throughout the show, just even getting my number on my jersey, the flag, I waited, and I kind of waited because I was trying to cooperate with everyone else, and we were picking out flags.
Right.
But I was number 974, and there were 1,100. There were 1,100 flags.
Right.
So I cut it pretty close.
Right.
And
it's auto start stop.
Oh, that's cool. It's like, and we're done.
Again. Yeah, that would suck. All right, calling a tow truck from Lambo to a tow truck.
But yeah, even getting the flag was kind of in and of itself an almost loss. So a lot of moments throughout when I did get to the Amazon, the official show, and I'm sure everyone, if they've seen it, they know the block challenge. Yeah. I felt like I almost lost it there.
What is? We're just doing a loop-de-loop. Okay, I have no idea, but okay, block challenge.
Because I got it up and I had it pretty solid for around, I would say, 10 minutes. But it fell, and at that moment when the blocks fell for me, I did not know if I was still in, if there were 100 people that had already gotten out. So that kind of triggered something in my mind and in emotions. And from that point on, I was kind of like, you know what? This is gonna be okay.
Right.
Like, if I lose, I lose. And the acceptance of that, knowing that at any moment I could go, kind of freed me up to be able to just give it everything I had and not worry about the outcome. Dang, these are some amazing places.
Yeah, we're in Beverly Hills.
Oh, geez.
Beverly Hills, that's where I want to be. Who's that? What's their name?
Well, that's horrible.
Foo Fighters?
No. Am I allowed to look it up?
Yeah, you can look it up. Who is it?
I have to look it up. That bothers me so much.
This is the podcast where we almost need you know how Joe Rogan has someone looking it up?
Jamie? We need Jamie.
We needed Jamie here so we can have someone running ChatGPT behind the scenes.
Right in the back. Oh wait, there's no
where
back
would
seat.
There's no back seat. I don't know where they fit, but they could be mic'd up listening and then like sending me through a comm unit exactly. Weezer.
How did I not?
I don't know.
Wow. I should know that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely Weezer.
I'm sorry, Weezer.
They're pissed off. They're mad. All right, we're almost here.
All right, wherever here is.
Yeah. I think we're parking first.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, so we don't drive onto the jet?
Yeah, drive onto the private jet. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Rodeo Drive.
Have you been to Rodeo?
I think probably. I've never. Have I been to a rodeo? I don't know.
I have not.
You never been to a rodeo?
I've not rodeo. No, rodeo. Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I lived in many places, and one was in the country in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
And we went to a couple rodeos here and there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Hey, what are you doing?
What's up, dude?
What's up?
Hey, I'm a professional Beast Games contestant.
Wait, you were on the show?
I was on the show, 974.
Bro, no way.
Yeah.
Did you do good?
Can't NDA.
Well, I'm still in it. I'm still in it right now, so
Oh, wait,
we'll
did
see.
you win this car? You guys, what do you
I can't say anything.
Oh, wait,
I
what?
can't say anything.
Wait, that's crazy.
You'll have to watch.
I stole it.
I guess I'll try and pry around it. Did you get this car recently? Okay.
We cannot say.
That's insane.
I stole it from Akira, actually. To be honest. Yeah.
Dude, that's nuts, actually. What life advice you guys got? Maybe Beast Games advice or whatever.
Ooh.
Take chances.
Okay. That's crazy. That's cool. And what do you do?
Awesome. I make videos.
You make videos?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're in the middle of making a video.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
awesome.
I'll be watching.
See ya.
Cool. See you guys.
Bye. We're in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
All right. So this is one of the most expensive areas of LA.
I feel it.
I feel like you've heard about it in the movies. So you could be here. We figured it'd be a great spot to start the conversation.
All right.
So how are you feeling as a millionaire?
You know, I feel no different whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't feel any different. Yeah, I mean, I feel it's awesome, and it definitely impacts my life and what I'm able to do, in terms of like being able to breathe a little bit, being able to breathe, because before I was definitely struggling financially as an EMT. So, yeah.
So is that where you're riding around in like an ambulance and
Yep.
going to like car crashes, things like that?
Yep, worked for an ambulance company that had contracts with the city that I was working with. So anytime someone calls 911, I'm dispatched with the fire department. Yep, for medical aid.
Right. Oh man. And so doing that how many years?
I was doing it almost 3 years. Almost in it for 3 years, yeah.
You go to school for that?
I went to UCLA for an accelerated 1-month program. So extensive training.
And are you going back to being an EMT, or what's
So right now my plan is to really try to focus and pursue this music thing that I want to do. I've been playing music for a long time, and writing, just as kind of a passion project, and how like an emotional outlet. But trying to work on that, and then kind of I have a couple of other projects that I want to do in the content creation realm. So, yes, kind of seeing where that goes.
Okay. Middle class to now, like huge influx of cash coming your way.
Yeah.
Have you gotten the money yet? No, so very soon. Probably by the time this airs, maybe.
Yeah.
So
by the time this airs, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Jimmy said that right when the episode airs, they're gonna direct deposit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, right into my account.
You're gonna be refreshing your bank account.
Yeah.
So all the cash though, because I mean, what was cool is he always had cash on set, right?
Yep.
So that
cool.
cash you didn't actually get to keep, right? It's kind of prop money.
It was prop money. It was real.
It was real money.
It was
but
real
you
money,
couldn't
but
take it.
Right.
Because
yes.
imagine going through TSA,
Wouldn't that be
the
crazy?
airport,
Yeah.
like flying home. Like, yeah, don't mind me, I just won,
Yeah.
it's-
All these duffel bags.
Right. You seem almost unaffected by it. It's not really either sunk in yet, or maybe has it sunk in and it's just like marinated long enough to where you're chill about it?
It hasn't sunk in, I don't think. Yeah, to the full extent of how it's actually going to affect my life. But I mean, I think I'm trying to stay level-headed about it as well. I remember right after I got out, and we had a psychological evaluation done by a psychologist, and they were like,
Hold on, they did that?
Oh yeah. We had,
Really?
Oh yeah. They had someone talk to us, and just to make sure that we're like okay, and if we had any questions, and they also made sure that we had ongoing support as well. So anytime, like, I can go and have someone to talk to, which I thought was great.
Wow, I've heard a lot of people, they win the lottery. A lot of cash comes like very quickly.
Right.
It's an emotional roller coaster of like highs and lows, and then a lot of them get depressed. So like, do you feel that? Do you feel depressed or down, or still early, or what's?
I feel like, I mean, I had such a dopamine hit, like, from that whole experience. I did fall into a little bit of a lull of like, kind of what now, but I mean, I have so many, like, I've made sure that I surround myself with like really solid people, and like a good friend group, and my parents are like always there for me and very supportive. A piece of advice that is in my mind from the psychologist, he said, just tell everyone that you lost it gambling. Like, literally, you just don't have any money anymore. So, yeah.
Are you applying for season 2?
Yeah, I don't think Jimmy's gonna allow me back.
Yeah, it might not. I don't know if maybe they want people back. That Survivor does that stuff all the time.
That's true.
So.
I mean, I think they're gonna probably bring people back that were like fan favorites, or like, were very entertaining or made certain moves, but I don't know if I'm one of those people. But I would.
Were you a fan favorite?
I didn't seek out like the camera. Like, there were a lot of people that were really, really gung-ho for getting camera time. And I, like, even when sometimes I was asked, like, hey, can we do an interview? And I'm just like, I'm not at the moment.
You could say no.
You could say no.
Like low energy. I mean, that's great. That's great.
For sure.
When cameras are in your face the whole time, I'm sure it's a little bit, especially when it's one-on-one.
Yeah.
Like an interview.
So overwhelming sometimes. Like I kind of shut down a lot. It felt like it was very numb. I did not try to put on a character. I didn't try to be any different than I am.
So the quiet wasn't a strategy.
No.
Okay, because you know how people come in and they're like, I'm gonna try to make alliances. I'm gonna be the nice person, but then then they'll never see it coming if I manipulate or lie.
Right.
Yeah.
That was not my intent.
Okay.
That wasn't like my game plan to go in like I'm gonna just be reserved and held back. I mean, I thought that my natural personality might help me in a way by being more laid back, but I mean, I was trying to be as genuine as I possibly could throughout the whole thing.
I gathered that, and it feels like you're trustworthy, authentic, but also quiet, which is fine too, because the loudest ones get a little target on their back, I think.
Yes.
That's what I've seen already, so.
Right. Yeah. And up until this point, you haven't seen what's to come, but there is a.
By the time this comes out, I will have seen, and
you'll seen it.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, I definitely, I am forced to make some moves that I definitely. Do I regret? Do I not? Because it is a game. For example, the only thing that I saw that I definitely have a difficult time in forgiving someone for is JC for making that move of taking $650,000.
Right, where 10 people were in it was down to 10. There was 10 houses. Everyone had their own house, and they could come out one after the other, and you could take $1 million, or you could take, if you wanted to be fair, everyone could take $100K. Yeah. Right, and then everyone would have gotten an extra $100K.
Yep.
And that would have made also the next challenge even more, more balanced. But yeah, there was 2 people that went above that.
Mikey and JC. Yeah, and I feel like Twana, was always very direct, very sincere. I really respected her, and I respect everyone, and I get why they chose the amount of money they did, because obviously you want to go on a game and you want to make money, but it was hard for me because we could have all taken $100,000. Yeah, we could have all had the same amount of money, and that's a significant amount of money. Yeah. And it would have bonded us more, but also then potentially made the game more difficult the next game on the towers. So in a way, it made it easier to not select them to go through. So because we already kind of just outed them already, we weren't gonna pick them, because when it got to our last two spots remaining, it was going to be, and I heard from everyone that was remaining on the towers, it was going to be Queen and it was going to be Courtney. They were going to be going through. Right. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is it. Like, if I was playing the way in which I wanted to play, I was going to let that happen. But I was just thinking, like, my mom's not gonna like this referencing it, but I'm not outing you, Mom, at all. But I remember there was a part in the interview that I had with my parents where I was telling them about how I wanted to really like hold my integrity and play fair, and I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. And my parents were like, you've done a great job, you do what you keep doing, but I mean, you do have to. It is an individual game at this point, and you do have to consider yourself. Put yourself first. And at that point, I was just like, that was in the back of my mind as I was on the towers about to make my vote, and or for the second to last round, and I felt like the only way that I was going to be able to go through was Buffalo, everyone. So Buffalo. When I say Buffalo, I mean tell Patrick that I was going to vote for him. And I knew already that And there are a lot of things that I wasn't aware of in the game. So looking back, I do feel like the way in which we were characterized on the show was very close to how we all felt in the game about each other, but there were a lot of missing pieces, like the instance where Queen literally thought that she was sacrificing herself, like when she stepped off of that platform to go onto the helicopters. I had no clue that happened. And there were a couple of other things where we were in the hotel with all eating, and Queen, like, I guess she kept being like ignored over and over again by the waitstaff, and she's a little bit more loud, and she kind of demanding kind of loud remark to one of the waiters, and from with no context, I just thought that she was being rude. But she explained that after, and it made sense. So all of these little factors played into the decision that I made with telling Patrick, hey, I'm going to vote for you. I know you don't want Queen to win, so I'm going to vote for me. I'll vote for you. I don't want Queen to win. Let's just do that so we can go out together.
Right.
And I tell him that, and then I tell Queen, like, hey, Queen, if I give you the rest of my money, will you give me your vote? And she's like, yeah, I'll do that. I'm like, okay, awesome. Yeah, I think you and Courtney are gonna go through. I'm just, I just want to have a vote to, save face or whatnot. So I give her the money, and then Courtney and I had been voting for each other the whole time on the towers. And then I told her I was gonna vote for her, she's gonna vote for me. And then I don't vote for any of them, and I throw away my vote for Mikey because I thought everyone was going to either vote for Queen or for Courtney. And turns out I didn't even have to throw away my vote. I could have voted for Courtney and still gone through. And that was honestly one of the only regrets that I have in the show.
So you would have done it differently in hindsight?
Yeah.
What would you would have?
I would have voted for Courtney.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I think we built up that trust, and she was a good friend. And not to say that Patrick wasn't a great friend either, but I think I knew he would have maybe forgiven me a little bit more, and also realized that it was a game and it was a move. And I mean, he even pointed out, he's like, you snaked me, man. Like great job, I never saw it coming.
Yeah.
So, but I did feel bad.
So we're in Beverly Hills. Why don't we go take a walk around and yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right. So we brought you here to capture, there's a duck that's, I don't know, he's on the loose here.
All right, yeah.
And there's
Vicious.
three rangers.
Yeah.
I've been trying to capture this duck.
Dang.
For the last, 10 minutes. So if you want to hop in there,
all right,
this is your next challenge.
All right, that's why, I brought my sandals so I can easily just dive right in. The seagulls are coming.
So back to the conversation. All right, what was one of the most memorable challenges from Beast Games?
I think, honestly, the most memorable and the most dramatic and most visually stunning thing, and emotionally hard. Not only emotionally hard, but physically hard, was the monster trucks. Being with a team. Again, you were on a team with 7 people against 7 other people that were pulling a monster truck. It was incredible, incredibly challenging. Not only just what the game was, but how it all panned out.
Right.
We did a push-up contest to see who would be selected as team captains. 2 team captains, and I was picked first for one of the teams, and then
did you do the push-up challenge?
I did the push-up challenge.
How many push-ups can you do?
I did around almost 60, I think. We were selected in 2 teams of 7, and I fortunately had some of my good friends on the team. We had Dino, we had Jeff, we had Patrick, and they were kind of my alliance throughout the whole thing.
Right.
And yeah, it was so hard. it was insane. It was way harder than I ever. It was probably
Well,
one of the
what
most
piece was hard? Just the mental or physical or the combination or what?
I think it was the physical. It was the most difficult thing I've ever done physically.
So for people who haven't seen this,
Right.
walk us through what are we doing?
So picture a monster truck.
Yes. Okay, got it.
All right. We
Yeah.
have chains linked to harnesses that we had to wear,
Yeah.
and 7 people pulling. So they put the truck in neutral, and we had to pull it. However way we could, either forwards or backwards, and we had, not only did we have to pull it, but then we had to get it over this speed bump. That was a significant challenge, and that's what prevented the other team from getting through and allowed us to win the challenge because of our strategy.
Right.
That I felt like I helped in terms of getting us through that. So that was so much fun, and that was really meaningful. The way in which I was allowed to. I felt like everyone kind of put trust in me to count us down for the last try.
So you were like the leader in this, or maybe for this part of it?
I was one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I was one of them.
Yeah.
I think, and that felt really good.
Transitioning away from Beast Games, this is not our first time meeting. All
No.
right, so we just shot a video in Costa Rica. So that was exciting.
Oh man, that was amazing.
So yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about that, and then how does that compare to Beast Games?
Oh my gosh. It was so much more intimate, I feel like it was the pace was much slower. What you were able to do in Costa Rica was capture what we kind of felt during Beast Games.
Right.
Outside or off camera, because we definitely built bonds, but I think you kind of captured those moments on camera, which was so cool. Most memorable moment was probably writing my obituary
Right.
and writing, and then being able to write my goodbye letters to my parents, and just getting into the psychology of that really made me kind of appreciate everything.
Do you remember it? Do you want to share anything from the obituary, or a big takeaway?
Yeah, I think the big takeaway for me, just in general, is life is so short.
Yeah.
And be very appreciative, and don't take for granted the people that invest into you. You don't take them for granted. You don't want to lose that.
It's not just about the challenge, it was about so much more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a little bit of a leadership component, retreat,
Right.
if you will,
Right.
mixed with the activities. And in the activities, I like nature, so I wanted to
Really?
yeah,
Huh.
go figure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Weird.
our next challenge,
I
we're going to
never knew
swim
that.
in
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah.
No, just using nature, climbing the mountains, climbing the rope up the mountain versus building sets. It's cheaper. 2, nature gives you plenty of stuff to compete on. So.
Yep.
Anyways, hope to do more of those soon.
Oh man.
Someone doesn't know Gage, they know you were an EMT,
Yep.
right? So you
A
were
911 ambulance EMT is
Did you
what
get
it says on
fired
my...
being at Beast Games, or did they let you go, or did you quit, or how did you sever those ties?
So yeah, I actually was severed.
Who severed who?
I did not do the severing. It was on their end. I think you're only allowed a certain number of points to get out, for off days or sick days or whatever. I think I was at around 5, and I was only allowed 2 more before I was going to be have a stern talking to.
Okay.
But I think, I surpassed that for sure. Going in, I was hoping that would be the case. I really wanted to make it far, and also make it worth it for me to not have a job anymore when I came back to the real world.
Right.
So, yeah, it was definitely weird. It was a leap of faith for sure.
And weren't you on a track to be a firefighter?
Right.
At some point, obviously we're in LA,
Yeah.
demolished with fire. Everyone knows someone who's been affected by that.
Yep.
If you're in LA, it's really sad.
So I was pursuing the fire department. I was also pursuing paramedicine, which is kind of right in there, or right along with being a firefighter. You can be a paramedic, and like 90% of calls are medical calls. And I thought it was a great career choice for me. I mean, you're always on the move. You're doing something new. You're always involved in intense situations. It's very adrenaline pumping, and also, I mean, you're helping people. But then I got to a certain point. I think there was a couple of moments within Beast Games, but one in particular wasn't even captured. Is when we were on a bus, and we were all just hanging out, and someone took like the radio or from the intercom, the speaker, and started like singing a song. And then one of my friends, Jeremy, knew that I played guitar and sang, and he's like, let Gage sing. So he gave it to me, and I just sang a Noah Kahn song, and everyone like fell silent and actually was listening. And then after that, they were like, dude, you are like really good. And I always had a hard time kind of believing in myself in that way, and trying to do anything with it. But that was, I think, a moment that kind of solidified, oh, if I was able to actually have the resources and the ability and the time to pursue this, I should. I think I would regret it,
Right.
if I didn't.
Yeah.
So
well, now you
that's
do.
what I'm doing right. That's what I'm doing right
Okay,
now.
okay.
Yeah, I'm in the process of that. So.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Awesome.
I really am.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful.
Oh my God.
All right, so we're here in Venice Beach, one of the most artistic, eclectic places. It's one of my favorite spots. You ever been?
I have been a couple of times. Yeah, I've always enjoyed walking down the boardwalk. There's always something to see.
Always something to see, that's for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of street performers.
Yeah.
A lot of artist music.
Yeah.
And I know music's a big part of your life, right? So tell me more about that.
I mean, ever since I was like 16, even younger than I started out with piano and drums, and then guitar, and I've kind of used it as an outlet to express myself and to work through a lot of things in my life. So it's been, it's very close to my heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the things you're working through?
Oh man, mostly, I mean, I don't think anyone can relate to this, and a lot of singers and songwriters don't ever write or sing about relationships or heartache or anything like that. But I think most of the things that I've worked through.
Have you written a breakup song?
I think actually I have written a couple of breakup songs. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What? Share any of the lyrics? Could you?
Yeah. I mean, I think one of the first songs I ever wrote was from my first relationship, and it was in a place, or I guess a moment in time during the relationship when we were trying to, I guess, rekindle the relationship. We tried one more time, and just ended up not working out. We were we grew apart. I rented an Airbnb up in the mountains, and we went up there to kind of rekindle things and kind of get closer and try to like figure things out.
Right.
And ended up not working out.
Yeah.
Get me out of that REM sleep, rent a little Airbnb, have a little late night wine, love me in the morning time. Baby, I'll play your game if you play mine.
So it sounds like a poem almost.
I definitely write kind of in poem form. I play guitar, so like as I'm playing guitar, I'll just, things come to me,
Right.
I'll just like kind of pull them out of the air and go along with it that way and create melodies. And within the melody, I feel like the emotions that are attached to like times in my life or things that I'm going through, and they'll just kind of manifest themselves. Right. And I mean, the experience in and of itself is pretty magical and feels good when something does hit. It's pretty cool.
Is the money going to change the way you approach your art?
In terms of music, I mean, it'll allow me to probably be able to do it or pursue it at a higher quality, like it just within myself, with producing my own content and stuff, like mics and, you know, obviously being able to have the resources like studio time and
That's
things like
expensive.
that. So
yeah,
very
studio.
very expensive. The money will allow me to be able to kind of invest in that. Yeah,
cool.
For sure.
And what outside of music? Anything?
I might have a little something going.
You mentioned video.
Yeah. I definitely want to create. So I've always had this idea. I've been very into like psychology and athletics, extreme sports, like kinesiology. I used to actually have I was a personal trainer and group fitness instructor for a long time, and I've always been into extreme sports like rock climbing, and I'm just now getting into surfing. I live in San Clemente, but I feel like I'm a fraud because I feel like I'm the only one of my friends that doesn't. A lot of people.
It's like
don't
a surfing capital,
It's
right?
the surfing capital, yeah. So I'm getting into it now, and actually my brother-in-law just I was able to go to Hawaii, and he's like a famous board shaper, and he shaped me a board. But in terms of content, I want to kind of blend the two, like kinesiology and psychology. And also, I love videos that show progressions, like starting from, you know, like even like workouts, you know, starting from being out of shape and then like getting super buff or whatever. So kind of taking that concept and applying it to sports, like not having any experience in surfing and kind of following my journey along with what it takes to be able to get to a point where, you know, somewhat competent, maybe even like enter into a competition, like have a goal at the end, but kind of create a series like that, like surfing, rock climbing, windsurfing.
And so try this thing.
Yeah.
Learn the skill, document that.
Yeah. If I'm able to pull it off, that's a whole nother thing.
I think now you have the money to fund some of these things. And it's not that expensive. I think people get caught up in making videos doesn't have to be that expensive. You know, you can just shoot on an iPhone nowadays and document it, and it's more authentic at times than overproduced it. But,
yeah.
So what was your family's reaction going into all this, going into the game show and everything?
I mean, I told my parents, and they were a little hesitant, to be honest, because they always want what's best for me, and they knew that I was pursuing a career in the fire department, and that kind of would deviate just a little bit. And also I told them my situation at work, and they're like, oh yeah, maybe, I mean, I don't know. But when I told them like how I felt about it and everything, they were like, yeah, I mean, this was a once in a lifetime opportunity. So they were super supportive. Right. And they drove me to the airport, and they were like praying for me the whole time. And it's funny, like after the experience or after the whole show, my mom told me that when I was walking from the car to the airport to fly out, she's like, I knew you were gonna do well. Like I could sense it, and that was pretty cool. But they're very supportive now.
What about,
even more so.
What about with the music and the content?
Oh yeah,
that you kind of given up the firefighter path.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
As
of right now,
right.
Yeah,
One day
for
at a
sure.
time.
One day at a time.
Yeah.
But I think they're very supportive of it. They're always like looking at, even my dad is so into like helping me shop for things online to facilitate my project. So even like I'll tell him about like a new like mic or something. We went to like Guitar Center, and he was like really like, I want to help you with whatever. So I mean, they've always been. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
At first, my mom, when I quit my tech job to go travel the world to make videos, it was like a curveball for the family, and they eventually they just didn't understand how I'd make money. Right? They were like, this sounds like a sabbatical. Yeah. And it might have been, but it ended up working out. But it doesn't work out for everyone. But that's so. It's very nice to have people supporting you. Is all I can say.
I don't think I would have been able to do it without it, and I would feel very adrift,
right,
if I didn't have those anchors and that support system.
Well, so since you're heading into your music career, we're at a place where music's happening all up and down the boardwalk. So why don't we take a moment, go out there, sunset, and play some music. But typically, people are playing music and then wanting to receive some money.
Yeah.
So we're going to actually do the opposite and give some away.
Oh, heck yeah.
Sound cool?
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
Cool. All right.
So nothing should be crazy.
Right. Yep. Wait, sir, come take a few bucks from us. We're giving away some money to our friend here. So take a few dollars. Yes. My man. All right, enjoy. All right. See you. All right. No. Come on. We're giving it away. Yeah, just take a little bit, but yeah, take some. Grab a handful. There you go, my man. Hell yeah. We're giving away some money if you need some money. Come with me. Come with me. Okay, take a little bit. 5 for you all. Yes. No, that's to hold it from flying away. It's more like a weight. Awesome. Yeah, man. Good one. Yeah. Woo! We're on a groove. We're giving away some free money if you would like some free money. Okay. Gage, it's hard. It's rough on the streets, guys. It's rough on the streets. Oh, man, we're giving away some free money. Yeah, come get $5. Come on. All right, there you go. Yeah. It's very hard to give this away, actually. Yeah. Awesome. Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Yeah, have a good one. Oh, you're back. I tried. Huh? Well, here, we'll hold it up. Yeah, that's cool. Here, grab $5. Awesome. Have a good one, man. We've been here about an hour trying to give away the free money. This is what's left. We try to give away a few $100. We've been here an hour, and we couldn't give it all away. So now I think we're just gonna go give this to a homeless person. Whew, I'm freezing.
Yeah.
Now. All right. So how was that? Was it scary playing in front of everyone?
I mean, yeah, it was. I wasn't expecting it, so yeah, I was a little nervous for sure.
What are some of your fears?
So,
like other than playing in front of people?
Rejection.
Rejection, yeah.
Some of my fears, I mean, heights, definitely. I've gone to like national parks and like been walking on a really cool scenic trail, but like having like some crazy exposure. Like I've been rock climbing, you know, that's great. That's scary.
Tomorrow, maybe we can face one of those fears.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil the surprise. But,
yeah.
Let's get some rest.
Okay.
Get some food, get some rest, and then we'll be ready to face tomorrow head on.
Sounds good.
Awesome. All right.
Let's go.
Probably wondering why we got up at 4 a.m. Drove all this way.
A little bit.
So you mentioned one of your fears is heights. Well, today we're gonna face that. So we're gonna be going up some mountains, through some rivers, and to the bridge to nowhere, where we'll be facing our fears for jumping. It's the best place in California to jump.
All right.
So we will see.
Oh man.
What do you think?
I'm
So stoked.
So excited.
Yeah, I'm so. We're taking the leap of faith, literally.
Yeah. Are you nervous?
I'm
Excited?
nervous. Yeah. I'm
All
nervous
right.
for sure.
All right.
But,
we got this. Let's do it together, man.
We're gonna
All
do
right. I'm nervous too. I believe, unless I chicken out, I'm gonna do it.
Wait, what?
What?
What do you mean unless you're gonna chicken out? You're not
I mean, this
chickening
is
out.
your podcast.
No,
so I may chicken out.
This is your
I have an
podcast,
out.
Mitch.
I have an out.
What do you mean? You don't have an out.
I have an out.
This is your podcast. You have to do it.
I know, but
You-
Fear
to
Factor, Joe Rogan's just
No,
standing there
come
cheering
on.
you on.
To make your guests, man, if you want to make me feel real safe and real secure, you're gonna.
It's about you, man. It's
No.
not about me.
It's just about. It's just.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
All right.
That's the plan.
What is your role in the Beast Games podcast?
Ah,
Are you the producer, the host?
I'm the host.
The host? Nice.
So you mentioned you faced a lot of your fears in Beast Games,
I did.
right?
Yeah,
Would you say?
I stepped outside of my comfort zone because I'm not. I mean, I really have to push myself to be social. Right. I mean, I like people, but I need my alone time as well. So I didn't really have any of that.
You got called. I mean, you even kind of subtly, Jimmy like kind of called you out a little bit, like, and we've got quiet ones, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
it was a shot of you.
A shot of me just
Yeah.
on the bleachers,
Right,
just
not
all
talking.
alone, looking forlorn out in the distance.
Okay, so you're introverted.
Yeah.
Right?
I would say so.
And you're forced into with 1,000 people, 2,000 people,
Yeah.
competing. So what does facing your fears mean to you?
I haven't done a lot of things in my life out of fear. You know, taking risks, taking chances in relationships, job situations. It's prevented me from doing a lot of things. You know, having that built up anxiety and just then backing out at the last minute. You always shrink away a little bit more every time you don't conquer a fear. So I think this is a great symbolic representation of just pushing through. So,
Today, let's face it, man.
thank you so much.
And I'm doing it with you.
Okay, good.
Okay.
You're not backing out. You're not checking.
I mean, there's always a chance.
What do you mean?
Maybe we flip a coin or something.
You're gonna do it.
I think
We're gonna be right. We're gonna be in this together.
You mentioned one of your other fears is dying alone.
Yeah.
So, all right,
Right.
hopefully that won't happen today.
Yeah,
but
thanks.
so allow time to find a partner. But did you
Yeah.
meet anyone special on the show?
I met so many cool people. I met amazing people. I met a lot of friends. So, no one in particular. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
No.
But your DMs are gonna start blowing up.
Oh gosh, I don't want to think about that.
The other day he's like, Mitch, this has started, and he shows me his DMs, and it's just some random girl that is like, how often do you come to Chicago? And it's like, obviously, it's like, what? So definitely, there's gonna be more girls sliding in the
Yeah.
DMs.
I'm not going to Chicago.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so we're just a few minutes away here. Heart rate's around 100, 103, 103.
I have 102.
102. Okay, we're
Yeah,
neck and neck.
yeah, we're right
All right.
there.
So before we do this, we're gonna do a little challenge. So, what was the push-up story?
Oh man, yeah.
In Beast Games.
So to get a spot as a team captain for the physical challenge, we had to see whoever did the most push-ups.
Most push-ups.
Yep.
Okay. So that'll definitely warm us up.
Yeah, that'll
I'm
warm us
freezing.
up for sure. I think you got me on this one though.
I don't
dude.
know. Let's see.
All right, let's see. Okay.
Hold on. I want to do it facing this
You
way
wanna
because
make it
there's
easier?
a
Yeah.
hill.
All right, we'll make it easier.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Ready?
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17,
16.
oh, sorry, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36.
A little slow. Hold on. Come on, Mitch. Come on, Mitch.
36.
Let's go.
37. 38. 39.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, 39. Keep going. Doing it?
All right.
It's just stopping and going is awesome. That was. Dude, look at the hands. Heart rate check.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. No way.
102.
102.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Damn. Okay.
All right.
But I got the pump.
5, 4, 3,
All right, brother.
2, 1. That was insane. If you want
Woo! So this is the. Do you do that again until you get a 10?
No, I guess we're just going.
That stone pony, dude? Yeah. Now it's gonna ride itself. Get on that stone pony. Right foot here where it says be tall and flexible. Sit down, relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you guys so much for watching the first episode of the Unexpected Podcast, the world's first experiential podcast. Gage, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Any final thoughts before we wrap?
Oh man, you know, that was terrifying. That was definitely harder than I thought, but I'm glad I didn't look. I'm glad I didn't look when I jumped. The whole thing was amazing. Got to go by the beach and play music for people and give money, and pulled up in a freaking Lamborghini. That was definitely unexpected. It was so cool. Thank you for everything.
It's been great getting to know you more, man. Thank you so much. All right, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time on the Unexpected Podcast.